Hello, this is a video to give an overview of a technique using rigid taping to get the shoulder joints in a more neutral position. This is very effective for the vast majority of shoulder complaints, whether it's shoulder bursitis, tendonitis and impingement, a toe and rotator cuff. And what you find is you get an overall presentation of the shoulder protracting forward, so moving forwards. You get the shoulder depressing as well, and as a consequence you end up getting the humeral head or the ball of the shoulder bone sliding forwards into the socket, so that we call anterior translation. So that's the general presentation. So we're trying to retract, we're trying to elevate, and then we're trying to move the humeral head backwards in the socket, posterior translation. So we're going to use 3 strips of tape, and the first one is going to be coming straight over the top of the shoulder. We're going to start at the mid clavicle, and we're going to come over the top, and then we're going to come behind, and then we're going to finish at the tip of the medial border of the scapula. So that's going to be the first one. But before we do that, we're just going to get Josh to get into a good position. So Josh, if you can just shrug your shoulders a little bit, and then you're going to pull them backwards, kiss your shoulder blades together, and then you're going to relax the right one, but keep the left shoulder where it is. So first strip of tape, mid clavicle. There's no tension at this point, you're just laying it on. When you get over the top of the trapezius, you're then going to form as much tension as you can. And then we're going to drop down to the medial border of the scap and place the tape on. The second bit of tape is to elevate the glenohumeral joint. We'll just get you to come back a little bit here, Josh, good. And we're going to start in the upper third of the deltoid, and then we're going to lift using the tape, getting some traction coming upwards. And then we're trying to overlap onto the first bit of tape. So again, we're just tractioning over towards the neck and place it downwards on the tape. And then the third one is to try and translate that humeral head backwards in the socket. And this one is starting on that first bit of tape. We just place the tape on here. Now we're going to come sideways. And when we get to the corner of that glenohumeral joint, we're going to traction outwards, so towards me, and backwards. And then we're going to curl roundwards, avoiding that posterior axillary crease, so the back of the armpit crease. And then we're going to join up with that first bit of tape on the medial border, lower tip of the scapula. Now normally I would put a hypoallergenic tape underneath this one, because even though there's a restriction and you're trying to stabilise the joint, there's still quite a lot of movement, so especially in the shoulder the skin can become a little bit more irritated. So if you're at all concerned, put some hypoallergenic tape underneath. So that's that. A really simple but very effective taping technique with rigid tape to get the shoulder joint back into a neutral position. Thank you.